Hi, my name's Pete Reinberger and welcome to Planning Your Goals in Retirement. When you plan goals for retirement, it's important to know that there are two primary types of goals that you need to give consideration to. The first are called lifestyle goals and the second are called lump sum goals. Now, lifestyle goals reflect the goals that you need to set that reflect your cash flow and how much money you need to spend in an ongoing capacity year on year. So we tell people to break their lifestyle goals up into essential and non-essential or luxury items. And the reason for that is that there are some instances where people may need to cut back on their annual expenditure, and normally the luxury items get taken away first. So if you're looking to save up money for a child's wedding or a new car and you need to actually cut some of your expenditure, then normally the cuts will come from your non-essential or luxury items. So importantly for you, we have prepared a document which is part of the Sorting Yourself Out series, and this particular document here is called Identifying Your Personal Goals. And inside this document you will find that it affords you the opportunity to go through and work out firstly how to choose your goals, it also introduces lifestyle goal setting and provides you with all the tools that you need to actually set your lifestyle goals up. It also provides you with the lump sum goals setting and what you need to do. So if you would like to download this document from our website, then click on the link when you finish this video and it's all yours. The second type of goal that you need to set, and these are the more enjoyable goals to set, are called lump sum goals, and these two can be broken up into essential and non-essential items. What we found is that this is where people enjoy setting goals the most, and what we also know is that the lump sum goals are things like your holidays, the frequency with which you want to go on holidays, how much money you want to spend when you're going on holidays, without necessarily having to go into these are all the places that we want to go. From a goal setting perspective, whilst that might be an enjoyable thing to do, from a planning perspective to build your retirement plan, it's more important to say, well, we would like to go on holidays locally in our state or in Australia once a year or twice a year, and we may want to go overseas once every 2 or 3 years. And then what you need to do is assign broadly a budget for how much you anticipate you might spend on each of these trips. So the people that we talk to when we retire clients will say to us things like, we'd like to go on 1 or 2 holidays each year, and they would normally be domestic holidays, and we all know that they're cheaper than your overseas holidays. And they may say, we expect that we'll go overseas once every 2 years for the first 10 years of our retired life, and we expect that we're going to spend between $20,000 and $30,000 on each of our overseas trips. By doing that, you're actually identifying what your goals are at a lump sum level, and you're also affording us the opportunity to financially model whether this is an affordable place to be and whether it's achievable given your current assets and liabilities. So identifying your lump sum goals is really important. The essential lump sum goals that you need to consider are things like replacements of cars, replacements of white goods, and also, without being morbid, you need to also identify if there are going to be lump sums of money coming to you at points in time in the future from an estate planning perspective. And whilst I understand that no one ever wants to wish people away, I think that most retirees that we talk to have a clear understanding of whether they may or may not be entitled to some form of inherited benefit at a point in time in the future. And for most retirees, it's important to model this, because if someone expects that they're going to come into, say, $100,000 or $1 million, that can materially affect how you build your goals and what you set out to achieve in the near and the long term in your retirement plan. So to recap, there are lifestyle goals, which are really about your ongoing cash flow requirements year on year on year, and they cover things like your rates, your food, your groceries, your electricity, your telephone, petrol, insurances, and all those sorts of things. There are the luxury items from a cash flow management perspective that you need to plan for, and they're things like your wine clubs and your subscriptions and your memberships and your golf clubs. They're things that you pay in an ongoing capacity, but you don't necessarily have to have them to survive. But the sum of these two items make up the total ongoing cash flow that you require, whether it be $30,000, $50,000, $150,000 a year. That number is a very important number, and you'll find that that number may change over time, but it's important to start with a baseline, and that's called your lifestyle goals. Your lump sum goals are the things that you plan to do that are probably on your bucket list, that are defining where lump sums of money need to be spent, or you want to spend lump sums of money in the future on things like holidays, perhaps renovations, buying new cars, weddings for the children, and things like that. So step one is to get your goals clearly defined and enjoy the process called building your bucket list, because most retirees that we talk to have been thinking about and planning what they want to do in retirement for a long time. In fact, usually from years before they choose to retire, they're thinking, this is what I want to do when I retire. So take the opportunity to do that, enjoy that, but document it, and then that'll give you the baseline or the platform that you want to actually build your financial model to make sure that you've saved enough money or have enough money to be able to retire comfortably and live for the rest of your life. If you would like to download this brochure, please go to our website and do that. Otherwise, if you want to have a chat about your goals and work out whether you've got enough money to live comfortably for the rest of your life, then you can give us a call on 1300 071 107, or you can contact us by email on the address that's on your screen right now, or you can go to our website www.retirementservicesaustralia.com.au, where you can fill in a chat form or you can fill in a web form and make an inquiry online. I hope that you enjoy building your goals for retirement, and if you do have any questions, we're here to help. Have a great day.